If you have ever thought about painting or dyeing eggs for a little DIY project, but then you've looked at the price of eggs or the availability of eggs or the food waste situation and thought, no, or is there a better way? This video is for you. It can seem like with any holiday or celebration, our food waste and spending can just skyrocket, and I am all about finding ways to have all the fun in the celebration without any needless waste or spending. And I think painting eggs is a really fun, springy Easter DIY for adults and kids, both, that can make really fun home decor or table settings, and it doesn't have to come with food waste. I'm going to show you how we create these fun painted eggs. It's something we did when I was a kid, and I now do it with my kids. We paint them, and then we take ours and we bring in a nice springy Easter tree, put some ribbon on and some wire, and hang them on the tree for a fun, festive, springy bit of decor in our living room. I'm going to show you how we do it. We're going to start with eggs. Any eggs. These are eggs from our ducks. Chicken eggs work just the same. This one is a chicken egg. Duck eggs are just a little bit thicker, but you're going to need as many eggs as you want to paint. Then you're also going to want a screw and a bowl to save the eggs in. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a small hole on the top and a small hole on the bottom of the egg, and then we're going to blow the contents of the egg into the bowl. So I'm not going to use this method if I'm not okay coming into contact with raw egg. In England, we have salmonella vaccinated eggs. They are the lion eggs, so that can be an option for some people, but don't do this if you wouldn't be okay coming into contact with raw egg in an eating situation. We're going to start by giving the eggs a good soapy wash. So I'm using some washing up liquid and a wet rag to just wash all over the egg, and we will then rinse it. It's much easier to do this when the egg is still intact than afterwards, and we want it clean because we're going to blow out the contents of the egg. So we're going to give it a good wash and then rinse it under some water. The next thing we're going to do is take the screw and make a small hole in the top and a slightly bigger hole in the bottom. I think a screw is easiest because you can gently start to make a hole in the top. Sometimes if it's a thicker egg, this is a duck egg, starting by scratching can be easier, and then the screw will go nicely into the egg. You might get some little cracks, but that's okay. I'm just going to make a small hole in that way, so I'm going to screw it in and then screw it out, and that is where we will blow through. We're going to do the same. You probably won't need to scratch if it's a chicken egg, it will just screw nicely in, but the shell is so much thicker on these. Then we're going to screw this one in and make a bigger hole by gently pulling it out. You want to clean the screw first so that you know that it's not putting anything into your eggs. Use a nice clean screw that has gone through the dishwasher. Okay, or been heated with hot water. Okay, so you can see it is starting to drip out of the bottom, and then wrap our mouth around the top as if we are blowing up a balloon, and blow the contents of the egg into the cup. I'm going to run some more water through the bigger hole and out the other side to completely clean the inside. And then ideally you want to leave this upright like this on a windowsill or in the sunshine, even back in an egg box if you have one, so that any remaining liquid inside can drain out and it is fully dry before you paint. Otherwise you can get some liquid around the bottom. We are going to want some water, some paintbrushes, and then just some really simple kids paint. I'm using a really old set. There are so many different techniques that you can use, and if you're using simple water-based paints, then you can also leave the lower layers to dry and come back and paint another layer.
Both greens? Whoa, I love that.
And then once our eggs are dry, we can keep painting more layers until we are happy with them, but I am ready to hang this speckled one up. So we're going to attach a wire into the top so that it can hang on a ribbon. You can alternatively use a glue gun or some glue and pop a ribbon on top. You can use a paper clip that you bend. I'm going to use some floristry wire that we have left over from a wedding last summer and take about a 2-inch piece of the wire, and we're gonna make a kind of fish shape that we're then gonna put like that, and then these 2 bits will splay out inside the egg, and this part we can hang the ribbon on. It's a little tricky, but it works really well, I think, to be a pretty way and without any glue of hanging them up. So I'm going to show you how we do this. We are going to take our wire and bend it so that it wants to stay like this. We want quite a sharp bend there so that they really are facing in different directions and they will stay inside the egg. So then we're going to pop one end inside the egg and then put the other end in too, and then squeeze them back together so that it holds the egg like this. And if it does this and it looks like it's going to pop back out the egg, we just need to bend the wire so that they're facing completely apart like that, then push them inside the egg and we have a nice hook. Once we've done that and bent it so that it's exactly where we want it to be, we can add a ribbon. I'm recycling some ribbon that came on a gift and we're just gonna feed it through the hoop and we are done. Getting the wire in is definitely the trickiest part of this. You can absolutely use a glue gun or some PVA glue. I want to be able to completely dismantle these when we're done and throw the eggs in the compost so that nothing is going in landfill, save the wires and the ribbons for another project, and have it be a completely no waste project. But if you don't mind having some glue on, you could use a glue gun or something to attach it. But once you try, you just have to make sure that you're manipulating the wire so that you get a hook that with enough splay to keep it in the egg. And it is, I think, worth trying to have a completely no waste, zero to landfill decoration. But we are done. Let's go hang it on our tree. And we are done. You can go on to create as many as you want. If you want to stick around and watch some more, this video here is a whole chat and list of ideas to help with a lower footprint Easter, both more sustainable, ethical, and lower budget. So that is there because that's our goal for every holiday. And if you want a seasonal bit of spring joy, this video here is a vlog of our ducklings hatching. Instead of painting all of our eggs, we incubated 8. And a couple of weeks ago, they hatched, and here you can see the vlog of the hatching journey. Or you can hit follow for more weekly videos with ideas and helpful tips for a lower footprint life in very real family life. Thanks for joining, and I will see you in another video sometime soon.